Hey, Felix. If you could start, are you going to do Alvaro first or Valentine? No, it's not even Valentine. Who the fuck is it again? Or, yeah, Dervasila first.
I might be broken down, but I'm smiling. I keep my head up high, though I fail. Sometimes I get a bit emotional, but then I turn around and let it go. I see you watching me from a distance. I see you can't decide what to feel. But if you dig a little deeper, boy, you know you really want to get to know me. Let's get this out of the way. I can't wait another day to tell you you shouldn't wait. Don't be so afraid. Yeah, I'm a bit too much, but I'm finding games. When I'm at this tough, I just want to play. If you want
Portimão, Portugal, the site of the World Beach Ultimate Club Championships. The luscious crown jewel of the Algarve is hosting a quarterfinal matchup. We've pushed out of the power pools into the bracket, and we've got a voluptuous matchup going on here. I'm Stefan Rapazzo alongside John Greeny Greenfield, the legend from down under. Greeny, a pleasure to have you up in the booth. This one's shaping itself up to be a good one. What do you like going into this match? Who do we got in front of us, in fact?
Well, in the black there, we have Quijotes, the Spanish team, the Spanish legendary team, and they have just been under the radar, Steph. They've just been winning every game, but they haven't had this is the first time they've been on the screen. I don't think they care about that because they've just been winning and been happy about it. Meanwhile, Sundogs here from St. Louis in Missouri, they struggled to start with. I suspect that they had to get their beach legs coming over from the Midwest US. And but here they are in the quarterfinals, so they've done well.
They've started to get their stuff together. We have not had a look at them yet either, so a couple teams fresh on the stream and in an elimination match to do it. Kai Dervasila, one of the players that has had a chance to stand out for the Sundogs, and he stood out as a target. Greeny, 23 times getting into the end zone. He's got that athletic look about him, doesn't he?
Oh, he's a good-looking rooster. I love the tousled hair, and I think I've seen him in a bandana or something or other before. But yeah, he looks quietly confident there. But he was US under 20 in 2020. Unfortunately, was wiped out by COVID. So. You know, he hasn't really fully blossomed as that rep player, but this is a great opportunity for him to shine on the international stage.
See if that swagger can transfer over. On the other side, of course, Alvaro Iturmendi, a player who hardly needs introduction here in Europe, has been doing it on the grass with deep space, a big part of their two-time championships, and as Benji reminded us 2 years ago at the EBUCC final with Fendisk, he was a part of 10 of their 11 goals, winning that championship on the beach. He knows how to do it, and I mean, has been getting goals a little bit around here too. How about them stats he's got, Greeny?
Oh, 26 goals, 6 assists for a total of 32 stats. That is sensational. 3.5 total per game.
And Alvaro Iturmendi at the top, I had a chat with him. He said, if I score a goal, maybe he'll get a shout out for me. I'm just going to beat him to the punch, assuming he's going to get one. But he wanted a big shout out to Omar and Rupal back home. They just got married, and he sent some love from his times playing indoor with them on LED, a team called LED. So get that out there nice and early for Iturmendi as we highlight him off the top, and we expect to see big things out of him. Let's see if the Sundogs can handle him.
Yeah, you would have to say Quijotes are definitely the favourites in this one, but I'm really excited to see what the Sundogs can bring here.
Tough to ever count out a U.S. team in a World's bracket round. The Sundogs will have their work cut out for them, but always in it until they're not. Valentin Elam kicks things off, goes to the far sideline. Leads one inside, Josh Lane. Lane leads forward. There is the man under the radar, Dervasala, and Lane. Underneath, has to readjust to get the hands on Valentin. Elam goes to Dervasala, and he's on the board already, Greeny.
You can't hold the man back. There was quite a lot of contact. I don't know if we're going to pick that up. They were forcing flick, and they were just working it down the line with a couple little resets. And then the space opened up, and that was a peachy throw to the man we've been talking about.
Peachy goodness indeed. All the goods here, all of you in the chats, love to see you there. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know what you think of the game too as we get into it. 1 point, 1 pull taken, 1 clean hold, 7 passes, pretty clean offense.
Yep, it's good to see.
Here comes Quijotes, the Spaniards from Madrid, far sideline. It's Sanchez. Leads up line. Iturmendi goes back inside and now around. They hit to Arenas. Quickly banged over. Sergio Monterde. On the ground, picked up and out. Upfield, there he is. Alvaro Iturmendi. Inside again, Arenas. On the sand here. Monterde, Alvaro, and Sergio. Monterde on the pitch right now for Quijotes. There is Sergio Monterde inside to his brother Alvaro. The Monterde brothers switch out. And the fill goes to Arenas.
Yeah, the Quijotes player going up the line there, but crossing over with a returning player.
Monterde checks it in. Arenas back to Alvaro Monterde. Arenas and Monterde exchange in the backfield. Eyes upfield, nice throw through traffic and a call there. Not sure what the call is, but there is a stoppage. No hand signals yet.
I think it must have been a pick call, I think. I'm not sure about that one. I think that
looks tidy enough to me too, Greeny.
Yeah.
Monterde to Iturmendi. Fakes off the backhand, leads to goal, and a turnover there. Can't hit the Italian. Valbuena overled him.
Yeah, just the wind just pushing that pass down. There was a lot of completions in for that first score, unlike the Americans hold. Let's see what they can do here on the counter.
Counter-attack in for the Sundogs. Fisher Olvera goes to center. Johnson swipes, goes to the far sideline. Zech puts a deep one up. Looks good, gets a layout, nice play. Back in to Johnson. That layout grab by McNamara. something else. Motions for the flipper and gives it McNamara again. Around backhand and 2. Far around he goes.
Now, is that going to stand or is there a call?
It looks like it. Oh, they are chatting, Greeny. I thought it was clean. I thought it was accepted, but they certainly are having a little yammer out there.
Let's listen in.
I think it's more about me.
It's going back. What a grab on the long play there. A little bit of a flourish as he went down with it, but that was supreme.
McNamara being marked by Sergio Monterde on the doorstep. Goes back into the backfield. Zech and McNamara exchange, and there's the turn. Mishandled, and Iturmendi picks up quickly, and there was a miscommunication. Hands up, some sort of stoppage once again. It will go back to Iturmendi. Did you see what happened, Greeny?
Yeah, I think he called a travel. There was the stop play. It was accepted by the defender there.
Iturmendi shovels one backhand out from the knee over to Valbuena, and another call.
Valbuena not happy with that. He wants to keep the disc. He worked hard for that cut. And Quijotes is not scared to get into a grind with their offense. They are accessing all parts of the field, but it is a lot of passes, Steph.
I mean, I asked Iturmendi to describe his offense, and he's like, well, I don't really know. And he's like, I guess whatever the typical Spanish offense is, tiki-taki, move it, patient. We want to keep it moving and keep it quick was about all he elaborated with. And that seems accurate thus far. Arenas to Monterde, leads Valbuena, 2 hands on it. Now Arenas again. Quickly to Valbuena. Leads. Yes! Can you believe it, Greeny? I thought there was no way he was catching up, and I maintained the voice on it because he was putting me into disbelief with every step.
That disc took a magic carpet ride, Steph. It floated just enough to get his hands under that. And for the first hold for Quijotes, a dirty hold and a grind. And I'm so glad I wasn't on that D-line.
Yeah, boy, oh boy. Quijotes made to work to put one on the board. Couple kicks at the can. 11 passes the first time, 24 in the next possession. There's 24 the first time, 11 in the second possession, but really working to get one on the board here. Sundogs came to play. Here come the Sundog O-line. Dervasala. Spins both ways. Larson, that's Lang. Goes across to Valentin Elam. Leads forward. Lieberman. Gets one forward. Crench fires deep. Big bid, but it's over the top, and Dervasala in the end zone again. 2 clean holds for the Sundoggies.
You can't keep that man out of that end zone. They are nailing those passes. It's banking with the wind, and I think and I wonder if they're going to change the force there, because I think it's a little bit too easy for those flicks banking into the wind. They just hold up, and they're really taking advantage of the small spaces he's getting into leads for. But once again, it was a flick force. It was a bit of a rinse and repeat defense for Quijotes. I wouldn't mind seeing them change it up a little bit, because it was a record of the last point that they played.
And 2 clean holds. I mean, as far as keeping your O-line off the field, you hear a lot about that in ultimate efficiency. 2 scores for the Sundogs, 12 total passes. Couldn't have been more than 40 seconds out there that time, maybe a minute. Very, very efficient so far. They have started this game as well as they could. Valbuena Inside, Monterde, Iturmendi, and back to Alvaro Monterde. Valbuena looks forward, gets Iturmendi. Safe, 2 hands on it.
Okay. Uncontested foul. There's quite a bit of contact upfield.
The round comes up the sideline to Valbuena. Now Monterde into the middle. Arenas. Monterde, nice throw around, a bit of a dead backhand, and then the fire out of Arenas, and a second point, a second turnover from the Quijotes O-line. Motions for the big one, but Beffler puts it away, sends to Golder. Golder into the middle, Larson. Pushing towards the midfield mark. Fired forward once again to Beffler. Ooh, just around the outstretched hand. The blind defense couldn't do it. Golder with the disc into the corner. Now Distal. Leads back, Distal. Pushing to the corner, doesn't take it right away. Golder. Gets an opening, still not in. Does find it there. Mendelovitz with the assist, and Sundogs break 3-1 Greeny.
Did not see this coming, but there's a lot of hands on hips on the Quijotes team. I think they're a bit gassed right now. 2 really tough offensive points. Turns into the end zone on both of those. And finally, Sundogs complete the break. They will be up and about. And now a little gut check here for Quijotes.
I mean, I don't think Quijotes have been behind in the whole tournament. I'm going through scores. They were, besides like a couple 1-0s perhaps.
Sure. Yeah. And they had that tight one with FT.
Vorai stayed ahead 4-3 in the trading game.
Yeah.
But behind with a break, it does not look like that has happened. Certainly not against Flump. KFK, they didn't. Goodness gracious.
Wow.
They are in uncharted waters here, Greeny. They have done nothing but win, but they haven't had to, find the intestinal fortitude to crawl out of a hole to do it.
And face the music on the live stream.
Well, now they've got both of those to deal with all at once.
All right, here we go.
The Frenchman, Monuz, who is very much living and playing in Madrid, goes through, and Monuz fires deep. Taken away! Big play, Jesse Johnson.
What happened there?
Shout out to his wife, Bethany, is what he's asked for, and with a defensive play like that, we'll give it to him.
Now, let's listen in.
I didn't set up. No, it was not. I landed and then threw it on the ground. Y el disco está muerto, si lo vuelve y pone un poquito. Vale.
So, Greeny, here's another look.
That's a drop, isn't it?
Jeez, that is speculative.
Yeah.
The shout-out came regardless, but the double turnover is not a thing anymore. We will get back to that for now. The Sundogs churn on. Jesse Johnson. Wow, I've not seen anything like that. Fisher Olvera. Now the shot for goal. It's Lane on the chase, and it does go the other way, so we're not going to have to put an asterisk next to that point because of that turnover that ensued.
I'm relieved on that. This doesn't lie. And now Quijotes, though, this is a long walk back to the line here. They've got to find some intestinal fortitude here.
They got to find some rhythm. That's what they're lacking. They're just not getting things cooking. Lorenzo Jimenez goes to Iturmendi. He wants the around, and it's way too low. They are just off kilter here, and Sundogs are more than happy to take advantage of the situation. Fisher Olvera picks up, looks central. Zech to Lane. Lane back to Zech. Fires, and that one into the ground, and we have a flurry, but I believe there's a foul called on the throw.
Yeah, it was one of those ones where he was set up for the backhand, but it was a flick force, and so you're always going to feel some contact, but it's not contested.
Zech goes central. Gabella pops one. Manuz had a big mid in there, but Zech hangs on. Zech looking like he wants to go big, but he does. Restrain goes to Gabella, and then Johnson. Johnson motioning with the offhand. He wants more cuts to look at. Then Zech goes back to Johnson. Johnson looks upfield. Fires to the end zone, back corner. They're clear, Greeny. Gabella with the goal. At 3 in a row for the Sundogs, a 4-1 lead. Do you smell a timeout coming?
There's got to be a T sign. We've got to see a T-bone out here sooner or later.
Only one per game. Let's remind the fans at home. It is a very precious timeout to use. They seem to not be opting for it. They're not pressing the panic button yet, but boy, should they have the palm hovering over.
They've just called it.
And there it is.
Yeah, I think there's a little deliberation. I don't mind this. They need to regroup.
Yeah, they definitely need a regroup there. While they regroup, we're going to take a short break too. It's Sundogs 4, Quijotes 1 in the quarterfinal at WBUCC. Portimão is bringing the magic, and right now it's the Sundogs with the wand. Greeny, what are you feeling from the booth here?
Well, right underneath us, Steph, we saw the Sundogs come off. There are chest bumps, big smiles. They are loving this. This is a turn up. This is, at the moment, very uncharted waters for Quijotes. And now they have the disc and going at 4-1.
They have got their hands firmly on the wheel of the energy battle here as Monterde goes to Manuz, Valbuena, and now Alvaro Monterde. Manuz fires forward, hits Lorenzo. Quick distribution between the Monterdes, and back again they go. Fires Manuz near sideline. Up the line, gets a play, and the first clean hold, the second goal for the Quijotes now on the board. It's 4-2.
And you'd have to say that timeout worth its weight.
Yeah, I have one timeout or not, like, as soon as you get in a sticky situation, these are short games, 45 minutes. You can't afford to just like hold your breath while you're wounded. You gotta, take a breath, put the bandage on, have a think about things, and I think that was a wise choice they took there.
You're so right, Steph. Like, a good start in these 45-minute games is crucial. It's now 4-2. They've got 2 breaks to make back, but it starts here.
They've got their defense on the field. They've alleviated their O-line that showed some major struggle opening this game, but you know, getting that goal can change everything. Let's see if their D-line can put on anywhere near similar pressure. Great pull. It will come to the front line, but that was a great pull. It almost hit the drone.
I hope something caught that, because we needed a wide angle on that pull. That went a long way in the air.
Crowd getting behind the Quijotes here at the ulti.TV arena. Deep shot goes, that'll stick. Grinch, and a bit of a bump on the completion, but no call, playing on. Grinch pops backwards, leading throw. Manuz takes it away. Little too floaty, and now the Quijotes D might fire up.
Yeah, just a little delay by Kai on that reception. He chest bumped himself to just acknowledge that, yeah, that was my bad.
Quijotes, Manuz has been huge since he's been in, but that throw, Aaron and Grinch D's it up.
Oh, that was a trombone in the violin section. They really did not need that at that point.
Grinch comes back to the disc, fired deep, looking good, and it is! Valentin Elam cashes in a dirty hold for the Sundogs. They gave it away once, but got it back and cashed in.
Oh, Steph, well, that was an exciting point. The opportunity there for Quijotes, I just felt like they needed to go through their hands. They didn't need that long shot. It's the second time they've put one up, and it's been D'd. So, very disappointing for them, and they know it. They're really clapping their hands in disappointment on the sideline.
Yeah, you thought you could feel the crowd firing up. Manuz got that D. The energy felt like it was close to changing, but in the end, the Sundogs find a way in and maintain the lead in the energy battle and the score and the break battle. Valbuena, Quijotes, thrown into traffic, but Monterde, no problem. The brothers connect, Alvaro to Sergio, and now Valbuena. Deep cut going, it was Iturmendi, but no throw. Again, the Monterdes, and again, Alvaro with the disc, fires forward, Valbuena. Late bid, leading throw, Alvaro, Monterde runs into it, collects a goal, a little bit of a collision, and everyone seems happy enough about it there. Just big efforts being put out.
Yeah, I don't think they were too worried about that. Again, both teams playing flick force. I would like to see Quijotes come in here and play backhand. I really do. Just mix this up. The Americans are just liking their midfield flicks. It's banking, it's holding with the breeze, and it's letting them to really line them up and give them a lot of touch on those throws. As it is with the Spanish here. Just nice touch throw. Really a simple goal. Boy, they needed that. Now let's see here.
They got the spark out of Manuz last time with the layout D. They need the spark and then the calm.
Manu, he needed that preservation of greatness, didn't he?
Yeah,
on that last one.
It happened. Maybe it's at him. There's another excellent pull. That's going to put a dent in the earth. Hits and rolls. And Valentin Elam there. Oh! Nice bid. They're coming. But not quick enough. Deep one hits. And Dervasala is on the receiving end again. Valentin Elam looking, leading, and scoring. Beautiful throw to Lieberman. DVE with the assist.
The no-look backhand into space seals the goal. Once again, Steph, they're just banking those flicks out into space for their favorite man, who delivers once more.
Dervasala, just an incredible target, really opening this up. Love the veteran savvy to finish it off with that nice thrower lead into space. But it is Dervasala that they've really, Quijotes have got to find an answer for that north-south cutting he's doing.
So Quijotes, they've been tinkering with their pull receptions, but boy, I'd really like to see them actually start to tinker with their D. But they've got to put this one in first.
Sergio Monterde watches it hit right in front and then puts it into play. Alvaro around, Valbuena to Arenas. Now Iturmendi looks up and then in. Has either of the Monterdes take Sergio. Arenas waits, looks upfield. Iturmendi's there. Iturmendi gives with the offhand, backhand. Monterde, Alvaro picks up. Now back, Arenas around, using the width to Sergio. There is Iturmendi, finds some space and found for a goal.
Well, the crowd, obviously pro-Spanish here, applauding that, but it was just a hold.
Just a hold. But a big one. The crowd here, hopefully something. As far as Quijotes are concerned, something they might draw upon.
I think, yeah, Mark Mendelwitz not happy with something there.
Let's see if we can see.
Really, he was just beaten to the open side there. There must have been something previously, but
way earlier in the cut,
yeah.
or possibly downfield before they got into the end zone.
He was sort of waved off by the Quijotes player. Yeah, okay, mate, move on. But right, can Quijotes come up with something different here?
Right now, Sundogs O-line is tidy. They've given it up once and got it straight back.
Now, what do they come? No, they're going to take it from the end zone corner.
Yeah. DVE, Valentin Elam gives a shoulder shimmy. The mark shifts mid-point, mid-count, and then they go to Grench. Grench sees Dervasala. Now pushed to the far side, Lieberman waiting for an opening. Valentin Elam throws low, nobody home. Quijotes pick up, break chance available. Manuz waiting, finding Lopez. Pops one forward, now Lorenzo leads up near sideline. Garcia into the middle, all alone for a moment there. Lorenzo leads, scores the break. That'll get the crowd. They're back within one. It's 5-6. The Sundogs still in front, though.
One break back, and they did it in short ball. No need for that long shot there. Just kept it within hands. Sundogs still trying to scamper their defense together and get on their matches. Okay, they held on to their flick force. I think they were helped by the static start in the end zone corner.
Yeah.
But it's a great job from Quijotes. There was a lot of contact downfield. American teams used to a lot of contact, but it is noted.
They were speaking of that prior to the game, that they said a lot of teams expect the American teams to be more physical, and they feel like they've been getting it more. They've come to Europe and said, well, we know that it's a less physical game, and they've been trying to hold off a bit, but they said they feel like they're in this gray area in between where they feel like they're getting a bit more of it while they're trying to lay their foot off of maybe their more physical American style.
Yeah, and typically they won't make the call because they don't want to stop the flow. Now we've seen a brick here. They're just trying to work out the brick mark. Yep, they've got that. We're right away.
Into play, Johnson.
Backhand force, Steph.
They've switched it. They hear you, Greeny. McNamara fakes inside. Zetch to Johnson. Johnson leads, gets meters to lane, far sideline. Leads up, what a play, not in, but Johnson, an incredible layout, finds the space, goes to lane. Wow, what a play, the belly flop on the goal line.
That was sensational. He's having a stellar game, Jesse Johnson. And, you know, tactical genius me, force foot backhand, and they just work it up the open side. No break necessary, and score it in the corner.
That makes it 7-5. That makes it halftime. And the Sundogs have come out of nowhere, taken the half, and taken all the energy here, Greeny. It's been a very surprising start, but heck of an entertaining game thus far.
It is. And look at Quijotes here, just walking down the field, clapping in unison.
With their fan base.
Yeah.
Trying to get some stoic-like energy, perhaps. They know that they're down. They can't puff the chests out too much, but they got to find it somewhere. There's Jesse Johnson. Now that we've got him on screen, we'll give the shout-out a second time, even to wife Bethany watching back home.
Hasn't he got the best smile? He has got the best smile, those pearly whites. Good on him. He's having a great game right now.
Great game, that layout. A cherry on what would be the early game cake. Sergio Monterde catches that pull, and it's now out to Valbuena. Iturmendi throws the body. Beautiful catch. While horizontal, now puts it deep, has Monterde, and that is gonna work. Tidy stuff out of Quijotes to open up the second half.
After a sensational catch, he found himself short of cutting off open options, and then found that long banking flick. Once more, we see that beautifully into the hands there.
Alvaro Iturmendi,
getting on the board.
Axe of a player, a target no matter where you see him, whether it's in the end zone, where it happens to be more often than not, but middle of the field, he'll make you a play there too, no problem, and shows that even though he's got plenty more goals than assists, he's more than happy to put it out of hand too, not just into hand.
Yeah. And since we've been highlighting him and seeing those stats, I've been giving a close look at what does he do that's different. And well, there's not a lot. He just has a fantastic sense of space and time. He should be a Time Lord.
Manuz with another exceptional pull. Yes, exceptional pull. Valentin Elam with the disc, goes to the other side. Lang with the high release, pop pass, gets inside and upfield. Lieberman to Valentin Elam and back to Lieberman. Another exchange, Valentin Elam gets an exceptional catch out of Grench, going to one knee and somehow keeping that up, throws in to contact there. Manuz had a pretty innocent bid. It was kind of thrown in that middle ground.
Yeah, he rode the backpack Kai there well.
Dervasila. Valentin Elam changes direction, gets open. Into Grench. Grench fakes the backhand, then gives it. Dervasila around and has two options, only needs one. Charles Lieberman runs it down, and Sundogs go to 8, 2 points ahead again.
Well, the great receiver becomes the great assister there. He didn't mind just putting it up there in the end zone. I thought the Quijotes defender might have had a bit on that. But again, forcing flick that side, I'm not sure I like it. Wow, what a game we've got on our hands. Here's Steph.
Cracking affair. We've traded in the second half, 2 clean holds, a very tidy 3-pass score for Quijotes, and Sundogs there going through all the hands. Took them 12, but tidy enough as well. Sergio Monterde goes through Arenas, then Alvaro, and now Valbuena. Alvaro Monterde. Foul on the throw, even without the release. McNamara accepts. Monterde leads to brother Sergio. Now Valbuena. Motions with the nod. Arenas comes back. Now Iturmendi. Iturmendi leads. It's high. There's a chance for the defense, and they'll take it. Knocked away. What a play.
He's clapping as he walks away from that one, and why not? That was a sensational bid.
Sensational bid. The throw not perfect. Iturmendi put way too much float on it. And
now that is preservation of greatness. I think he's coming up from an injury.
we do have an injury. McNamara a little banged up after throwing the body there. Lane to come in, and a reciprocating substitution. We'll see Lorenzo swapping with Arenas. Sundogs from their own corner. Lane puts the right hand up. Now shot deep. Johnson bobbles off the hand, and now Quijote is quick to go the other way. Iturmendi leads. Monterde looks inside to Valbuena. Now Sergio Monterde. Iturmendi. Oh, and a total miscommunication there. Iturmendi wanted the quick give, and Sergio Monterde's eyes weren't up. Sundogs pick up the disc and call a timeout. There are hands on hips and haunches all over. Quijotes look pretty gassed. Everyone's pretty gassed out there, Greeny. What a point.
Yes, Matt, that's Jesse Johnson. Gee, I thought he was going to take that one. Just slipped out of his hands, and I thought Quijotes were away on the counter. It was just a strange turnover there.
We're going to take a quick break. It's Sundogs 8, Quijotes 6. Back with more action soon. Back in play, quarterfinals, Quijotes, Sundogs. It's 8-6, and we're going to have a quick look around the park here. Greeny, what other scores we got in these quarters?
The second quarter final, got Humila Swag up 8-5 over Magic Disc from France. We've got UFO 8-9 to Jet Set. Jet Set on top there. And we've got Frisbees 7 to Salaspace Wild Things 12.
Big shot up, Jesse Johnson! Takes it out of the sky. One throw out of the timeout. He is having an absolute cracker of a game. 9-6. Sundogs flexing muscles. Quijotes in disarray.
We got a flash of that smile again. He was not going to let me get through those other quarterfinal scores. He said, this is the game right here. And he is the star of it at the moment. Sundogs 9, Quijotes 6. Who would have predicted that score? But look at this punch in here. See how he gets up over the defender. Left hand, holds it up, and that brilliant smile.
Holy jumping Jawillikers. Jesse Johnson doing it all.
And now taking a seat. He's pretty happy
having
with himself.
A well-deserved break. And no breaks for the Sundogs, except for, well, you know, the break in point there, scoring with their defensive unit on the field. Another one for them. First break of the second half.
All right, Horo set up for Quijotes.
They got to score now, right?
Yeah.
Greeny, like, this is big pressure on Quijotes' O-line. Must score. Valbuena goes and finds Monterde. Alvaro looks inside, has brother Sergio, and now Arenas. Valbuena in the middle of the field leads Alvaro, Monterde, Arenas. This is quick. This is more like the Quijotes style. Arenas there, 7-9. They put a hold in.
They made a statement with that offense. Yes, it was from a big mark, but they were looking like their old selves. Simple, boring ultimate, winning ultimate. But now it's down to the D-line, Steph.
And that is where they've had much more difficulty generating. They have one break in the game. They're going to need to find a couple more. Very few turns generated. Only 2 break chances have they had. We remember the first one way back when Manuz fired deep and gave it to them the second time. They made good, they scored, but with only 2 chances, they really got to start generating these chances very soon, because they got a lot of digging to do. They're going to need 3 if they're going to win this game.
And I don't think they can expect Sundogs to take the foot off the pedal here.
No, they are feeling it out there right now, the Sundogs. Valentin Elam sends deep. That's not going to make it. Here's a chance. 3rd break chance. Manuz fires, gets a big gainer up the middle. Valbuena, Iturmendi. Iturmendi goes into the backfield, has Lopez. Lopez to Manuz. Now inside, bid comes a bit late. Lopez again looks upfield, has Garcia. Back in the middle, Lorenzo around. Nice looking shape on that throw. Now Lopez meters away. Lorenzo. And they went down together. I presumed that call was going to come. The hand signal a little bit late. What do you reckon there? It is foul, except regardless of what we reckon.
Yeah, that's right. No, it obviously looked odd. He threw it pretty much straight into the sand. So not contested here. And now players resume their positions. They've got 2 in the end zone for targets here, and I expect the other players to stay out of this. There it is.
And they're in for the goal. Iturmendi cashes it in. And a break that they have so desperately needed. They're back to within 1. It's getting interesting. The energy, it's shifting this way and that. And the crowd definitely behind these Quijotes right now.
And you know, at the start of that point, we talked about Sea Dogs. They were feeling it, but they just pushed the button a little bit hard, went for that long backhand. I don't think the option was too bad, but it banked with the wind and went into the ground, and that was enough to Quijotes to take that opportunity and get us back to within 1.
8-9. We are 43 minutes into this game. We're not going to see 13 points. If this point lasts more than 1 minute and 40 seconds and Quijotes score, the next point would be universe. It could finish many different ways, but that's one interesting way it could end, Greeny.
As commentators, we wouldn't mind that.
No, not at all.
Oh, look at that pull.
I love that he's still going for perfection and nothing conservative. He missed, and he does give up. Oh, it landed in still and rolled out. I thought he gave up the brick. So, but Manuz is having a phenomenal pulling game. Sundogs, Jesse Johnson, the stud so far in this game for the Dogs. Zech, nice pick up there, chucking the body. Fisher Olvera continues. Zech fires. Johnson unable to do it again if it doesn't stay in the field, and that was never in. It'll come back to the midway point, and Quijotes will have a chance to tie it up. Just take your time to do it.
Yes, Mason Zetch there. His head went down when he realized he gave too much to do to Jesse Johnson. Couldn't reel that one in despite being open and with steps on his defender. And now they're just agreeing where that went out. It never was back in. Quijotes with the disc for a chance to get us to 9-all.
Into play quickly. Iturmendi, Monuz. They are moving through the hands. Lorenzo back to Monuz. Monuz looks up. We've got a stoppage. It looks like we've ticked over the 45-minute mark. We will try and get confirmation from official timekeepers, but we should believe there is the whistle indeed. Monuz forces one in. Heck of a catch by Lopez. Iturmendi, we're going to Universe Point.
Oh, what a game. That was so measured. That was so measured getting that thing. As we have the TD stalking the sidelines, he could sniff out a great game, and he's turned up for Universe Point.
Wow, what a game, Greeny. Better late than never to bring it for Quijotes, but boy, have they brought it. They're going to have to play Universe Point with their D-line on the field that had not been able to materialize a break until 5-6. They were down 3 breaks to 1 and have just put back-to-back breaks on the board in the last 2 to force this into sudden death. Double game point, Universe Point. 18 points played, Greeny. None of them matter now, just this one coming up.
The Sundogs in a little bunch of 5 right in the center of this. They must feel very alone now with this Spanish-fed crowd on their feet on the sidelines.
Can they complete the cycle and get the magic to work on D, or will the Sundogs hold their mettle, finish this off, and get the huge upset and push forward in the bracket? Here we go. Lang, ho ho. DVE collects and only just pressured on right from the first throw. Valbuena bids, but it goes to Grench. Grench leads forward. Dervasala with the disc. Far sideline.
No rounds.
High stall count, leads. Too high in the end zone, knocked away.
Wow.
1 turnover and a chance to win for Madrid's Quijotes.
Oh, this is too much. Manu now calmly walking to the disc.
Well, put your hearts back in your chest. We're still playing, though the possession has changed. Monuz awaits Dervasala. Dervasala awaits Monuz on the goal line. Leads forward, gets to Lorenzo. He goes straight inside. Gagliardi, Valbuena. Now Alvaro Monterde looks to the backfield. There's a bid, but it gets through. Monterde leads forward. Lorenzo upfield. Monterde! Dervasala takes it back. Multi-possession Universe once again on the sands of Portugal. Fired forward, Grench. Sundogs with a chance to win it again. Popped over the top, Valentin Elam. Spots wide open, Lieberman shovels to the side. Grench leads for goal. Dervasala, they've done it! The Sundogs have knocked off Quijotes and are moving on in the bracket.
Leaving the defender on the dust. Oh, what a fantastic effort from Sundogs.
Holy jumping Jawillikers, Greeny. What a game. Quijotes devastated. They've had such an incredible tournament, such a hard way to accept defeat, their first shot in the elimination bracket after going perfectly, their first test, and the Americans show their worth.
And we talked about Jesse Johnson, but Quijotes Defasala, oh my goodness, what a game. He got that incredible layup block and then turns up for the goal in the end zone. Incredible.
Unbelievable scenes from the sands of Portimão. Look at the bodies flying. How much this means to both teams. There's Dervasala at the other end taking the D away, and we're going to see him finishing the job here. Grench leads very calmly. The bids both ways. Dervasala, 2 hands under the body as he gets horizontal, Greeny.
Oh.
Boy, I love this game.
Yes, you've got to love this. That is a signature standout game in this tournament.
And
the crowd leaves now.
We'll have a look at the game stats there. Greeny, they're nearly identical.
Oh,
we see
goodness.
one difference at the very bottom.
One extra break chance there for the Sundogs. And that is enough. Sundogs 10, Quijotes 9.
The Sundogs gathering around, chanting to Joe White back home, who had predicted that they would lose this game by 7 or 8. And I let them know that, and they want to let him know how they feel about that. But they are obviously very thrilled to have that extra motivation. They are very thrilled to be moving on as the Sundogs complete the miracle. We've got an interview on hand here. We are going to throw down to Hannah to get some more insights from the field.
Well, Jesse Johnson, you are a very sandy chap right now. Wow, what a game, what a finish. Tell me how that felt for you emotionally.
I am overwhelmed with incredible happiness. That was an intense last point. I actually didn't realize it was universe, but the last point of the game. So it was really exciting to finish it out that way.
I mean, it was universe. We were doing the hand signals on the sideline and everything.
I wasn't paying attention. I was focused on my players and whatever help I can get.
So in terms of obviously taking down an undefeated Spanish team, that is a very big title. Do you think that gives you an advantage going through the bracket now?
I definitely think it gives us a lot of confidence. I think we were definitely underdogs. Joe White said we were going to lose by 8, so it feels pretty good that we won there. So Joe White, that's for you.
Well, I know you have some other messages you're keen to send back home, so what do you say to your fans?
Absolutely. So I want to shout out my lovely family, the Johnsons. There's 80 of you out there, and all your spouses. I also want to shout out my beautiful wife, Bethany Oseguera Johnson, and my 2 pets, Maple and Toby. I hope they are sleeping well, napping. Maybe they watch the game. That would be awesome, but who knows? That's all I got.
Well, we've been trying to get photos of the Frisbee cats. There have been lots of good doggos on our boardwalk, but congratulations, Jesse. Good luck for the quarterfinals.
Thank you very much.
And thanks for that info from Hannah. Wonderful to get the insights from Jesse Johnson. What a game he had. Great games all over the shop for the Sundogs. They really did come out and stick it to all the doubters, and I think those doubters may well have been that bulletin board material kind of motivation, Greeny.
It is not bad for a team from the Midwest. Jesse Johnson, the man with the $1 million smile. Geez, he had a game.
An absolute game. Greeny, most of these games just about through while we watch Jesse Johnson and the rest of the highlights from this game, the incredible scenes that we saw as my computer loads up what's happening here. Jet Set and Salisbills have both won. They will face off again. If you missed the first time they went to bat, go back and watch that for a preview of some fireworks to come an all-American affair on the other side of the bracket. Humiliswag will be ready to take on these Sundogs. In the other side, a semifinal matchup that is not to be missed. The schedule will be updated tonight. You'll know which ones you're going to get on the stream, but action all over the shop as we see on the sand here. The scenes repeating themselves from that game. Greeny's still trying to kind of calm the heart down after that one.
Yeah, and Quijotes, when they were on that comeback train, I'm sure they felt we are going to roll the victory here. And by just the memory of Universe Point with the Sundogs in their little huddle on the line there waiting for the pull, they look like the loneliest 5 people on the planet. Yeah, the whole crowd against them, but they came through, and it was a dirty hold, and it was just a sensational layout D on the goal line to save their bacon there. Fantastic.
Unbelievable stuff. There's nothing better than a multi-turn Universe Point. It is all the drama, all the time. The game had it all. Beyond all the action, such a pleasure to have John Greenfield, Greeny, the legend, up in the booth. Greeny, thank you so much for being with us.
It's certainly a pleasure. The pleasure is definitely all mine.
For John Greenfield, I've been Stefan Rapazzo. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you next time.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, ultimate.
ulti.TV